Hey guys, I'm excited to share with you today some things I got from Oak Meadow. So the first thing I got, as you could see here, is economics. Now I was actually able to get this from their eBay store, and I don't know why they were selling it at a discount, but it was significantly less expensive to buy it there. Sometimes they have like damaged stuff or more often out of print. But I don't know if this is like the current version or a little bit outdated. But so I was able to get the teacher guide and the student course book for, I think it was around $100. So we'll go ahead and take a look at these. And I have been searching for economics option for a while. We do have some other materials, but I've been trying to find something that's not politically based. Of course, economics is inherently political, but I wanted to have something that was more objective rather than biased. So I think that this fits the bill based on looking at the sample that's available online. And this is a one semester course. So often done in senior year, which is what we're doing it for. Here you can see the table of contents. And there is a very substantial sample available on their website if you're interested in that. Let's go to lesson 1. So it's similar structure to all of Oak Meadow's things. You've got an assignment checklist. So for lesson 1, which is money, property, and price, you read the lesson introduction, which is here. Read selections in the economics book, which I'll show you in a moment. Then complete the knowledge and comprehension check, complete the application analysis and synthesis assignments, and then there's an activity, which is inflation calculation. So in this lesson, you'll learn about distinguishing between different types of money, explain how private property is the premise on which market exchange is based, and describe how the price of goods establishes a relationship between buyer and seller and facilitates the efficient distribution of scarce goods and resources. So there's the whole intro, key concepts, then we've got the reading. So this is the economics book, which I'll show you in a moment, and it tells you which parts of it to read. We've got a knowledge and comprehension check. So these are going to be probably found in the teacher guide, the answers to these, then application and synthesis, then the inflation calculation, and there is a link on their website. And that is the first lesson. So that is an example of econ. Let's see if there's any like index or anything. So here you've got some stuff about writing in the appendix, how to write essays, which is one of the things I really like about Oak Meadow is the integration of writing with their social sciences. I've spoken in the past about when we did 6th grade with them, the writing essays would be based on the history. So I really like that. Lots of different goodies in there. Then let's go ahead and take a look at lesson 1 in the teacher guide, just so we can have our teacher edition, so we can have a full view of the lesson. So this is exactly the same. And then you have, like I said, the answers to the questions are in here. So that is that. And then I have one other Oak Meadow thing to show you guys for high school. Oh, how cute. Look. Oh, wait, I think I actually bought this. It's like a little handkerchief thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I bought this actually. So there's that. And then let's see, I'm checking the, oh, maybe they just sent me that actually, because it doesn't look like I paid for it. So that's cool. They sent me that little handkerchief thing. So as you can see, this is anatomy and physiology. So this is also, I believe, one semester. They just redid this curriculum. And as a result of that, it was 20% off. My daughter that will be using this is interested in going into the medical field, potentially medical school. So I thought this would be a nice elective for her in her senior year. And you've got the same format of the course book and teacher guide. So let's take a look at that. So you can see how it is laid out, and it is 18 lessons. So it is a semester long. Oak Meadow's year-long courses are 36 lessons, 1 per week. Let's go look at the final project information because that's the most interesting to me. What is that, 127? Okay, so final project, read the lesson, initial draft. Let's see. Oh, here's the prior lesson tells what the final project is. So select from the topics below, design your idea, and here are the different project options. So that looks really great. And one thing I wanted to mention, this is completely random, but I heard that if you are doing different sciences and you're applying to college and you are saying that a science meets a lab requirement, I've heard that some schools, specifically University of California, San Diego, UCSD, and potentially others will actually be asking for copies of your lab reports. So that's something to kind of to keep in mind, particularly if you have a science major or science major hopeful. But if you do use Oak Meadow Science, I think that they do. We have not, but from what I have seen, they are, in the younger years in particular, they're very good about having formal lab reports and things like that. So that is the 2 semester-long courses I got for my rising senior, Anatomy and Physiology and Economics. She already did AP US Government this year, so normally people do, or not normally, but oftentimes, as is assigned in public school, you'll have a US Government class for 1 semester and then Economics the other semester. We just did it a little bit differently. She's going to be having US History, maybe AP facilitated by me, maybe not, we'll see. You guys sent me some great resources about that. But that will be her history. And then anatomy and physiology is just going to be like any other elective course. And economics will be her to meet that soft requirement. It's not the way that we homeschool under a PSA. It's not a requirement per se, but it is a requirement for like public schools. And also it's just a good idea in general to take an economics class. So anyway, in the book that I'm opening off camera is the textbooks for these 2 classes. So I was able to get this on Amazon and it was 2/3 off, or maybe, 2/3 off, 67% off. So it was relatively inexpensive for a textbook, and it's brand new. So I was so excited, seized on that. So let's look actually at the anatomy and physiology. Let's look at lesson 1 and see what the reading assignment is. Okay, so in your textbook, read chapter 1, which includes the following sections. So let's go ahead and look at chapter 1. So new to this edition, Smart Book. And here's the more in detail table of contents. Okay. So here we go. Chapter 1, Introduction to Human Anatomy and Physiology. And here are the sections that are assigned in the textbook. Origins of medical science, anatomy and physiology, levels of organization, core themes in anatomy and physiology, the characteristics and maintenance of life, organization of the human body, lifespan changes, and anatomical terminology. Okay, so that is anatomy and physiology. And next we have the economics book. Okay, just a second. And this is one of the new type of books that I've seen DK is making. I think we have 1 or 2 for the Build Your Library. Here is the table of contents, and let's just look at the first chapter. Okay, so this is in chronological order. So I really liked that it's using this textbook because I feel like it's very accessible, especially at a high school level. Yeah, so that is the economics and the anatomy and physiology book, and looking forward to using both of those from Oak Meadow. Thanks for watching.